Hello, wonderful people. You're welcome back to my channel. So today we'll be making a three-tier flare dress. And whenever I'm cutting a dress, I cut the skirt part first. So for this style, I've already cut the three flares that I need for this style. And I used 360-degree flare for the first tier. For the second tier and the third tiers, I used 180-degree flare. Now there are two methods, two ways with which you can cut your 180-degree flare. Is either you use the diagonal method, which you will measure the radius of your waist circumference, creating an arc with that, and then you will create an arc again for your skirt length, just like the normal way of cutting flares. Okay, so this is the first method, diagonal, but the method that I used for the second and the third tiers of the flares of this dress is the square leg method. And for the square leg method, you will get the radius of your waist circumference plus your skirt length. That's what you use to fold the fabric. And from the ankle of that square, that's where you'll be creating the radius of your waist circumference for your waist measurement. And then you create another arc for your skirt length. And in my observation, this other way of cutting 180-degree flare makes it fuller for me than the diagonal method. So that's what I used. Because of the yards of the fabric I had at my disposal, I'm making it for a plus size. So I use 4.5 yards to make this style. Okay, so if you want to make 360-degree flare for all of them, you can go ahead and do it. It depends on the yards of fabric that you have. So this is what I used, and I'll be interlocking all the hems of these flares. I'll use ½ inch to do the hemming. Okay, so moving on to the upper bodies, I drafted a half scale of a basic bodies. I have a tutorial on how to cut a basic bodies block. So I use the half length of this client measurement, but there's a slight difference around the arm curve. And for my sleeve to come out just the way it is in the picture, I went in at the midpoint of the normal arm curve. I went in with 3 inches. I'll be using that to curve it to the shoulder line, and at the same time curve it to meet the chest line, like you can see me do. So I'll cut this out. I'll effect the same change on the back bodies as well. So on the back bodies, I'll make it ½ inch wider, just like we do to normal arm curve. We'll make it ½ inch wider than the front arm curve, and I will move forward with ½ inch from the front arm curve, and then I will curve it to meet the shoulder line and the chest line, and then I will cut that, and that will be it for the patterns. Now placing it on the fabric, I will cut it on fabric, and the front bodies will be on fold. Now I need to slash this open because looking at the style, it is buttoned down to the half length. So I'll cut this open, and I'll prepare a different button stand for the front pieces. Okay, so now on your pattern, remember to notch everywhere, so to make it easy for you to sew all your darts and then the zipper allowance. Okay, so for the buttons that I'll be measuring from the neck depth to the half length, and it gave me 17 inches. I'll be cutting 18 inches long of the fabric, and I'll make it 3 inches wide. Okay, so I will add interface to this button stand and iron it on fold, ironing ½ inch on both ends of it inwards to give me a neat finishing when I'm attaching it to the front pieces. So this is a button stand, and I've ironed the ½ inches inwards. I made it a pair, and I'll be attaching it to the front bodies. Now for the skirt part, I have already hemmed all the 3 flares, and I'll be bringing them together as one piece now. So the first tier will come on the second tier, and the second tier will come on the third tier, and it will become a step kind of effect. Okay, so I'll bring them together and I'll sew it together. I'll sew all of them together at the waist and to become a one piece for the skirt part, and then I'll be attaching it to the upper bodies of the dress. So I've sewn it together and I will go ahead and work on the upper bodies, sewing the dart and the zipper allowance, and I'll be doing the same thing to the lining as well. Now, after sewing the lining and the fabric, I'll bring it together. I'm not just turning it because I'll be using bias to turn the neck, and I'll be attaching button stand to it. So I just place them together, the wrong side to the wrong side, and I'll sew them together. I've attached the button stand, so the next thing I'll bring it together like you can see me do and pin it, and I'll use the machine to just sew that part together to keep it in one place, and then locate the midpoint of that point so that I can now attach it to the skirt part. Now I'll be inserting a little zipper at the middle to give the client ease when she's wearing this. Okay, because I have joining at the back and that's what I did. So I added interface to the part that I want to insert zipper on the skirt part, adding interface to it. So I'll lose that joining, okay, to bring the back joining and the back joining on the upper bodies and the back joining on the skirt part together. That's just to insert the zipper. So after doing that, I will attach the skirt part all the way to the front part and it will become a dress. So I've inserted the zipper and this is what it looks like. So the next thing is to cut the same fabric of the length of the neck circumference that I have on the dress, and I will add 1 inch to whatever length I have as a neck circumference. That way I will fold in half on both ends, and that's what I'll be using to turn the neck. So for the sleeves, we'll need to know the round armhole measurement we have on the dress. We'll be measuring that, and whatever we have is what we'll cut on the sleeves. Now for the sleeves, the bicep circumference I have is 16 inches. I will make that unfold. That is 16 inches unfold, okay, to give me some volume, and then the length I'll be using about 20 inches, okay. For the hem, I'll use 1 inch to do the hemming because I'll be using 1/2 inch elastic, okay. So I have a tutorial on how to draft a basic sleeve, okay, so you can watch that. For this, I only used a freehand method because of the volume of the sleeve that I want for the dress. So after cutting this, I will take it to the machine and then we'll seam it, insert the elastic at the hem, and that will be it for the sleeve. Attaching the sleeve to the dress, this is what we have. So if this video adds any value to you at all, please like, share, comment. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video.